Hi guys, hope everyone's well. Welcome to another episode of EV Side. This week I'm going to talk about what the hell are oil companies doing, petrol companies, people that sell petrol at the moment, and the evolution of EV cars and how that affects those type of companies. Keep it here. Hi guys, so this week I just wanted to talk through about what's happening with oil companies and how electric cars are disrupting that in a big way. Obviously, with all the EVs starting to come to market, every manufacturer, bar a few, are bringing them to market. Interest in EVs alone has doubled in the last year. Since 2017 to 2018, sales have gone up, which is great news. So how are oil companies reacting to this? So I've done a little bit of digging and a bit of research. I'm going to focus on two particular companies, BP and Shell, and what that means, and potentially what we can get to. I think if the companies invest the right money and have the interest. Shell are launching, or have launched, a product called Recharge. It's across outskirts of London, I suppose, is the easiest way, and I'll put a map up shortly for that, and one up north. Now, according to Shell, this was a bit of a trial, see how things go. Never done it before, see if it works. They also recently, interestingly, bought a company called New Motion. So New Motion currently provide lower electric points, so the 7 kilowatt type chargers. And it's interesting that they've bought into a company like that rather than doing it themselves. So it doesn't really make sense to me why they would use their own Recharge brand rather than just going to those sort of companies and seeing if they will do DC charging. So these Recharge ones, they put their DC chargers in these forecourts, essentially, same with that you go and fill with petrol. So it's a great idea, and I like the fact that Shell and BP, that we'll come to in a minute, are doing it. But in my opinion, not enough. These companies are making billions, if not more than billions of dollars, pounds, whatever you want to call it, out of oil and essentially climate change and all the bad stuff that come with diesels and petrol cars and all that sort of stuff. So why aren't they investing more money? I could easily see Shell go into at least their major routes and putting at least one of these charge units in, or teaming up with somebody. Why would you not team up with Polar or Podpoint or whoever it may be to put DC chargers in rather than doing it yourself? So that's one point. The next one is BP. So BP recently invested and bought a company, or actually I don't think they bought them, I think they invested about £3.5 million in a company called FreeWire. Now, FreeWire are developing, they're an American company developing a solution which is basically a mobile rapid charger. It can be deployed at any service station when they need to. Now, I think BP said at the beginning of this year they're starting to roll those out, and again, I've not seen any in any forecourts. Please put comments and messages if you know differently. I've not seen these yet. But again, great idea, great start, but again, these companies aren't short of money. They need to invest more money. They need to start putting more of these in every one of their forecourts. You can go to any petrol garage and see at least one or two spaces that would be ideal, and they've already got the infrastructure there waiting. It's just a matter of putting these units in. They could make money off it in terms of the unit, but they can also make money of people going into their shops. So it just makes sense to do it. Most of the day I go past one particular old garage that is on the A1 near Baldock, and it's been shut down for a couple of years. I'll put a picture up, and this is kind of what they look like now. This is where garages are going. They're not going to go overnight, but as we get into the 2020s, 2030s and 2040s, demand for electric cars will go up here and petrol and diesel will go down here. It's just the way it's going. So they should invest now. And in my opinion, you can either do one or two things. You can either go the route of adding a few charge points here and there across your petrol stations, or better yet, make the investment, turn those really old, crappy, run-down, derelict garages that have probably still got a power supply going to that thing, and turn it into something nice, an EV hub. An EV hub with 10 or so ultra chargers, superchargers with Tesla or other high DC chargers for cars. Put a coffee shop on there for like people that want to spend another 10-15 minutes, and start opening those things back up, because the demand will be there. We have things around supermarkets, you know, Morrison's, Waitrose, all these companies are starting to do it. They dabble a little bit. There's a few around where I work, and there's a few where I'm at home. So they are doing it, but again, these are all good points and good places to put them, but the likes of BP, Shell and other oil manufacturers have got a really good opportunity here to put these sort of things in place, and for them it's going to be cheap. You know, this is not something that's going to cost them a load of money. It's not something that's going to break the bank for them, and let's start now. You know, they can invest in that. They can put a specific EV hub around the country. We already know that companies are doing this. One other Twitter follower said that they're opening an EV hub in Dundee. So these things are starting. They're starting small, or they're starting slow. But, you know, there's companies out there that could do it, I'm sure. So just my thoughts, bit of rambling around oil companies. I think they can do more. I think, you know, they're starting too small. They should at least put a bit more investment, a bit more time and effort into it. But love to know what you think. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please have a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow my Twitter at the EV Side. Thanks for watching. I will also be at the Fully Charged live show in Silverstone on Sunday. I've got a black t-shirt with the EV Side on it. You can't miss it. If you do see me, please come and say hi. I'm not that scary as it seems in the videos, but thanks for watching. Thanks very much.